welcome to Parents Talk. I am Francine Juhlin, otherwise known as Princess Francie, who happens to be my inner child and the main character of my children's book, Sparkle Feathers and Princess Francie, The Magic Library. Now you might think my book is all about children reading in a library, maybe just a little bit. It's really about meditation. Your brain is the library, and we clean up that library and make it all nice and neat when we teach children how to meditate. I have a guest with me today. Holly Valeri is a mother of a squirmy 7-year-old boy, and she's a children's book author who homeschools. So Holly, I would love for you to give us a little introduction about your book while I share on the screen your cover.
Yeah, so my book is called You're Homeschooled, and it shows the day in the life of Joey, my 7-year-old, his homeschool day. And it shows that we're not weird. We do school like everybody else. We are at the table doing book work, but we're also playing outside, and we go on all sorts of field trips, and we have all sorts of extra clubs and activities. It shows the stereotype that we're not weird. We just do school different. Not weird, just different.
I love that, because that's like the basis for my book is everyone's different. We need to be comfortable with what makes us different, right?
Yes, exactly. It's not weird. We just do things different than your typical school system does.
And what made you want to write this book?
We were actually at the lake, and it was kind of right after school had started, and everyone's like, "Oh, you don't have school today?" And my son was like, "No, I'm homeschooled." And it just got me thinking, there are a ton of books for adults who are homeschooling. And there are some for kids, but there's not enough children's books about homeschooling for the kids to reassure them that it's okay. It's pretty much the norm anymore. And it's not weird. It's awesome.
It sounds awesome. So why did you choose homeschooling? I know that you had an option between public school or homeschooling. What made you choose it?
When my son was kindergarten age, we actually lived in the worst school district for our state. The school system was not great, and it wasn't safe, and there was just a lot of issues in the school system at that time. And there still are, but it just was really bad at that particular time. And someone mentioned to me about homeschooling, and I thought, surely I can teach kindergarten at the very least. And once we started, I loved it. And I was learning with him, watching him learn and grow, and I didn't want to stop. And we're still doing it several years later.
Wow, it just sounds like so much fun. But now, never having been involved with homeschooling, I have a friend who does it, so I hear some of her stories. I have a question for you. How do you inspire your son to go past the curriculum? I know you have the guidelines of what your state tells you have to teach, but how do you inspire your son to really dig deeply into the subjects that matter to him?
So we were at a class at the library about comic books and how to write them and how to draw them. And my son, it kind of sparked a little interest, I noticed. And he wanted to check out a comic book. And so we checked one out from the library, and he got home and he was reading it, and he goes, "This is really cool." And I found a little template online that it's like a kind of has the background of a comic strip, and you just fill it in what you want. And all day he spent drawing the comic book character in the book he was reading and making up his own stories and diving deeper into it. And when he was doing that, he was learning about art and language, about how comic books are and just all sorts of stuff. And I didn't shove it, I didn't give him a, like, here, do this. It was, oh, look, here's something that might interest you. I'll leave it here if you want to do it. And he just latched on to it. And we've done that with so many different subjects, machines. Right now we're learning about axolotls, which are really popular. It's a little salamander from Mexico that is really cute and interesting, but he just, if he hooks on, if I see a little spark, I kind of leave stuff out for him. I'm like, oh, look, here's a cool video, and see if he latches on and see how deep he wants to go. And we just go down the rabbit hole, as most people say.
Well, that just really sparked something in me, because I have the online Confidence Club for Kids, and my free newsletter starts out with a little activity for the kids to design their own superhero.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what he was doing. He just total rabbit hole on that one. He's still interested.
Yay. So if you are watching this, I am going to drop the link in where you could get my newsletter and get this activity for your kids and see how you could spark their imagination and let them design their own superhero and see what happens.
Good idea. You never know what's going to happen, especially with the little kids. Their imagination is amazing. If you just let them imagine, you never know what they're going to come up with.
Well, and you know what? That's true for adults too. I never ever imagined I'd be a children's book author. I was an aircraft electrician.
Same. I never in a million years thought this would happen. It just was a little idea, and it wouldn't go away. It would not go away until I did it, and then it just took off.
So if you're listening to this and you ever thought about being a children's book author, just make a little comment below and let me know, and we could talk.
Yep. Absolutely. Just do it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Is there something, last comment you want to make, something to leave the audience? Of course, we also want to know, how could they find you on Instagram, and how can they get your book?
So on Instagram, it's Freedom Farm Life, because we are on a 12-acre farm. And then my book is on Amazon. It's called You're Homeschooled. I bet that's weird. If you also look up my name, Holly Joy Fileri, you'll be able to find it that way as well on Amazon. And I'll give you the link so you can post it as well.
And I definitely want to invite you back to talk about your farm, because in the Confidence Club for Kids, we show little videos of different things the kids might like to spark that interest and imagination in them.
Oh yeah, I got so many little videos of playing in the creek, or with the chickens, or on the tires. I got tons of stuff.
Oh gosh, that sounds like so much fun. Well, we'll definitely have you back on. Everybody, please go to Amazon, check out her book, and please, this is a public service announcement for all authors. We love reviews. Please review our books.
So excited. I check Amazon several times a day, and anytime my review jumps up one, I have to go and read it, because it's so exciting to see.
Yes, and if you leave a review with your name on it, I will also make you famous on Facebook.
Absolutely.
So this is episode 6 of Parents Talk. Stay tuned, because we have some more exciting people coming to talk to you about tips and tricks for raising strong and confident kids.
Absolutely.
Bye.